podcast devoted to talking shit and self-improvement. My name is Brett
Hey,
Scott,
I'm Jesse Crowe.
and we are the Long Lost Brothers.
Yes, sir.
What's going on with you?
Man. Um, well, honestly, I got some bad news. My pops had to get Lifeline from his doctor's appointment today, dude.
Mm.
So I'm kind of just dealing with that, really. There's not really much I can do about it though right now because of COVID and everything. It's like they only let like one person in there. But yeah, he's went to his regular doctor's appointment. They're like, yeah, your blood pressure's super low, dude. And then they sent him to the ER, and then they flew him on yonder to Olympia, Washington, which is, not super far away, but so yeah, I'm just dealing with that. They're saying he's probably gonna have to get a pacemaker, so I
Damn,
don't
dude.
know. I'm not up to date on medical science, but I imagine it's not what it was when my grandpa got a pacemaker, you know what I mean? It's probably a whole new animal, I'm sure, 40 years later they're probably doing it a little better, I'd imagine. So
Like
um
not as invasive.
yeah, that's what the nurse was telling my sister. So
Mm.
fingers crossed, thoughts and prayers appreciated, all that good stuff. So I'm just dealing with that.
Sorry to hear
uh
that, man.
yeah, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be all right. But yeah, so that was kind of a fucking bummer, to keep it real. But it's not in my hands, so there's nothing I can really do about it. I mean, other than just be there for my family, like a good boy, as I will be, 100%. You always gotta look out for your family. But yeah,
Yes, sir,
so
man.
that's what.
Don't forget. I mean, you
So
got to look out for yourself too, though. Don't neglect yourself, though.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Well, life's good. Life's good. Everything's gonna be all right. Yeah. So what's new in Brett's world, man? I seen you did a little roundtable discussion.
Yeah, on the Marvel Plus podcast, we did a little like the first time I ever had multiple guests on. First time I've ever
You
recorded anything with.
did they bukkake you?
Yeah, man. It was a little circle jerk. Yeah, it
Hey.
was it was it, honestly, I had a bunch of technical difficulties with it. It was difficult starting out, but it turned out really fucking good, man. I think I'm gonna do it again. I think I'm gonna go back and do a WandaVision one,
Yeah.
like in a couple
I
weeks.
li- I listened to a couple minutes of it, but it was like right at my bedtime. I was like, talk
Mhm.
to you tomorrow, Brett. I fell out,
Yeah, man.
but don't
It,
feel
it
bad.
turned out really good, and I'm getting pretty good at editing a conversation together to where like if there was a gap or fucked up, like the technology fucked up or whatever, I can kind of edit that out to
Yeah,
kind of
you're
get
getting
better at
pretty
that.
good at you're getting pretty good at that. I know me and you've had some fucked up episodes where it was
We don't
like a
edit
third of the
shit
shit.
here, really. Yeah. We had I think there was one though like where you and I like actually a couple where like it was really fucked up and I did go back and edit like
Yeah,
to
and I
fix.
remember it was like an hour and a half episode. We're just getting it, just chatting away, and then you're like, "Yeah, dude, like a third of that didn't even work." I was like, "Ugh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
But
bummer."
it works out. It works out. But
Yeah,
yeah. So there was that. I did that. I'm kind of on hiatus from that show right now because we're in between those
well,
Marvel
yeah,
Plus series, Disney
and you've
Plus
been
series.
going. That has to be super time consuming too.
Yeah. I mean,
So don't get burned. It's a good opportunity for you to take a breath.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah. We're going on vacation next month. Like first ever real family vacation, like a week long on the beach,
Hey
fucking
now.
staying at Airbnb, like the whole nine. Renting a car
Yeah.
and driving to the coast. Like, yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
Big
And we're
bucks.
like in-laws and stuff too. So it's like
Oh. Okay.
legit. Yeah,
Yeah, man. I
legit.
want to do
I'm
that.
pretty excited. Pretty excited. What's funny is I was thinking about this because um my problem with addiction was never really alcohol. Like I drank alcohol, but it was never something that like I tried to hide, that I was overusing all the time. Like it was never one of those things. And but when I decided to cut out any other drug use, I decided to cut them all out. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like
Right.
not have that crutch of drinking to make up because I would have honestly like I didn't have a problem with drinking per se, but if I would have cut out everything
Yeah.
else, I could see myself leaning on that alcohol,
Yeah.
right?
Cool.
So um we're coming up next month on 2 years sober, sober,
Hey,
sober.
hey,
Yeah,
not California
yeah.
sober, real
Not
sober.
California sober. Nope.
Okay. Oh man,
Nope.
I thought you were smoking
Strongest
some
drugs I do
trees
are
and
like
shit.
strongest drugs I do are caffeine, man, and my nicotine gum. That's about it.
Is that what
But
you're chewing right now?
yeah,
I was
man. All
wondering because I was like, is this fool like nicking out right now? Because I know he was vaping, but no,
yeah,
you
not
got nicotine gum, my sir.
nicotine gum. Yes, sir.
All
Um,
right.
which I've looked into is really not that harmful. Like compared to like anything else, like smoking or something like that. The nicotine
Man,
itself is addictive, but it's not like cancer
so
causing and shit. Like,
man, I was trying to be all bourgeois and smoke this CBD the CBD vape, right?
uh-huh.
But man, it just like lunged me out, dude. I was like, yeah, I can't do this. I was like, like sinus infection and shit. I was like, yeah, this ain't it.
Yeah. Well, there's
So
plenty of other ways to take in CBD, and I think there's better ways to take in CBD
yeah,
anyway.
I got like a roll on and shit too, and that's kind of more effective. It's like topical and like what's the word, like local to where the pain is.
I do like though that kind of how CBD, if you eat it, it like it tastes like weed. Like
Yeah.
it tastes real earthy and shit. Like it's like that's kind of good. Like it, but it
Yeah,
doesn't
right.
fuck you up. You know what I mean? But you still get that like, oh yeah, I remember that.
I
Like
remember when I worked at the at a weed farm, which I will not disclose the title, but anyway, um, this dude's like, yeah, I put CBD. He's like the dude that works in the lab making all the oil and shit, right?
uh
And he's like, yeah, dude, I got pure CBD. He's like, I always put some in a little protein shake. I was like, oh yeah, yeah. Dude, this dude put like 1,500 mgs of fucking CBD in my protein shake. I was like,
did you just
the
fall
fuck?
asleep? Well, like what happened?
Nothing. It was just CBD, bro.
Just
Has
took a nap. Felt
felt
good.
felt refreshed when I woke up the next day. I don't know. I was like, I don't want to do that again though. It's like taking like 14 fucking aspirins. It's just not needed. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably won't die, but
Well, as I was saying though, that with the alcohol, back to that,
yeah.
we're about to go on vacation, right? And I'm sure there's going to be some drinking going on there. And my wife is and this vacation happens like literally the week before what would be 2 years for me,
Oh
right?
man. So you're
And
gonna
she's
drink
like,
or you're gonna stay sober?
I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to. Yeah, like now I'm such a fucking
I know,
goal setter. Like I
I
can't.
know, I know. I see you. I see you. I know it's like just not in your. You're like that's not in the wheelhouse right now. Like I'm
Like
not.
like literally, if it was the week after the 2 year mark,
I
you know
love
what
you,
I
man.
mean? Like
Yeah,
for real. It's that number. It's that hitting that fucking quota. It's just like the marathon, or like I
yeah,
gotta complete it. I can't run 26 miles. It's gotta be 26.2. You know,
yeah.
it's like a
I hear.
thousand miles in a year. It can't be 999.9. It's gotta be a
Yeah,
thousand miles. You know.
that's legit, man. So I
So I
get
don't know,
that.
but my wife and her sister and the whole family's probably gonna be. You know what I mean?
Just twist it.
Um,
Just get in your head if you're like getting temptations. Get in your head like Juan the DD. So
yeah.
like then you can drink, right? That's what I do when we go out. Like I'm like, okay, I'm the DD. You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, yeah, and our kids are going too, so it will feel like, well, I gotta be, you know what, I could be responsible and let my wife have a good time, like you know what I mean, like I'll take care of shit while she's having a good time, you know what I mean, and
yeah.
and yeah, I also feel, man, I guess the feeling is too because I do get like I like alcohol, man, I do, and it would be nice to have a nice like an ice cold fucking beer on the beach, you know what I mean, like it sounds great, but at the same time I feel like it's just like when you're running on a long run and you got like a ways to go
Yeah.
and you're like
Stopping sounds good, but not as good as not as good as the goal. I get it.
yeah, yeah,
All
it
right.
won't be the same satisfaction as like yeah, I could drink an ice cold beer and be like, that's satisfying, but is it as satisfying as not drinking that beer? I don't think it would be. I don't think it would be. So I think I'm gonna I mean, that's the goal right now, and one day at a time, right? Like that's what it
Yeah.
is.
Well, that's
So
how it works.
so I don't plan on drinking. No, no, I don't.
All right.
I got some runs to do while we're down there in South Carolina.
Yeah.
So that'll keep me like occupied too with like not like I know if I drink, I don't just drink
Oh,
a beer. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Yeah.
So and I know that it's gonna fuck up my run the next day if I do it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
And we're so
Yes, sir.
close to the marathon too. Like
I mean, the
that's like
marathon's getting, yeah, mighty close. Hold on. It's the 4th of May. Oh, may the 4th be with you.
and you as well. I think it's 50 something days till the marathon.
Yeah. So
And
we're getting tighter than a gnat's ass, as my brother-in-law would say,
yeah, I
back
love
in the
that saying.
trailer. Yeah, me too.
That's a
Yeah. So yeah. So 100%. I ran that 10 miles. That's my longest run yet. I'm
how
way
was it?
behind. Oh, fucking horrendous. My hip is just fucked up, bro. The run was fine. Like as far as keeping pace and all that, it was good. But the aftermath was fucking horrid, dude. Um,
Yeah. Is the weight
I think
coming off at all?
yeah, I've lightened up about 8 or 9 pounds. I haven't weighed myself, but I'm just been eating way more wisely. And then when I do eat out or like junk food, it's like real food, but just somebody at a fucking restaurant cooked it instead of me. I get like these
Yeah.
crab mac and cheese fucking sandwiches. Or not
Mm.
crab mac and cheese, but crab grilled cheese sandwiches. Those are fucking hitting, bro. But it's like not like crap or like I don't know, like and if I do eat like shitty food, I'll only eat like a little bit of it. So it's like
Yeah.
I'm just doing the whole eat less, move more thing. So the weight's not coming off as fast as if I was like doing keto or something like that. But I'm eating whatever I want. Really, I'm just eating less of it and losing weight and doing all my workouts. And it's coming off a little slower, but I'm not having to do any like super restrictive diet.
Yeah. It's still pretty
So
fast though. 8 or 9 pounds. And the last time we talked, you didn't say you had lost anything. So
yeah, I
I
didn't weigh myself
that's
for like 10 days, bro. And then I got on the scale and I was like a solid 7 pounds down. I was like, fucking mint. So I was
that's
just
good,
like,
man.
I was kind of avoiding the scale, just like, all right, well, I'm fat right now, so I just gotta know that, and then I'll be pleasantly surprised when I get on the
Yeah.
scale. It's like, just keep doing the thing, and don't get
That's
all
actually
neurotic with it.
that's actually pretty fucking rapid. Like around a pound a day, like close to it. You know what I mean? That's not
Yeah,
bad at all, dude. Not
I'm
bad.
aware. I've been doing
So
like I've been skipping lunch quite a bit, or eating like a protein bar for lunch, like one of the
mm,
Metrix bars, instead of like I'll eat like usually like my big meals are like breakfast and then dinner, and then I haven't been snacking after dinner at all, and then I just cutting out some of this, like, and lunch is just always super light. I don't like go eat anything big for lunch like ever. If I pack a lunch, it's just like meat and rice or something like that. Not a lot of it. It's like I'm usually
yeah,
pretty stuffed from the breakfast. Like I eat a big breakfast usually. It's not good food. I'll eat like chicken strips for breakfast, but it's like straight chicken. Like
yeah,
I go to this one gas station where they put like the most minimal amount of bread on it, so just like a bunch of fucking chicken for breakfast. It's not like fucking health tips by any means, but it's working. I'm getting thinner. My
oh,
top abs are starting to show.
it's relatable though. Eat less, move more. Right? It's
Yeah,
like
yeah. I
don't
haven't missed any.
gain anything.
I, for all my short runs, I've been just doing the bike for a cumulative time that would be run.
Yeah,
Um, because my hip is like really not happy. So I'm trying to
yeah,
keep as much fucking impact off my joints as possible right now. I've been doing stretching and I got to get into some more foam rolling and shit, but I'm trying to just trying to hit the long runs and then just work that bike in the weekdays and then just lift weights on days that there's not a run to be had. That's what I've
yeah,
been trying to do. I rested up this weekend around that big run and because there was like a powerlifting meet at my gym. I didn't go to it because I'm a lame dick, but yeah, I wanted to go, but it's like I had just ran that 10 miles and then me and Kimberly didn't have the kids and she was not into going to a powerlifting meet, so we
yeah,
ended up kind of staying out. Like I mean, I love powerlifting, but it just didn't work out.
yeah,
It's like we went to breakfast together, and then she went and actually ran. She didn't run the whole thing, but she went with me to the trail, and she was walking it and jogging it and kind of doing her thing while I was getting my money, and so that was super cool. So I ended up doing actually more than 10 miles, but the last bit I walked with her back towards the car, so it was like it's legit. And so I was kind of like, let's spend time with my girl. I don't really care about watching these dudes do squats.
yeah.
But the gym was like not shut down, but it was full. It was set up for a powerlifting meet. There's a stage and folding chairs, whereas normally is machines and stuff for for lifters to lift with.
I think that's a good call.
Yeah.
Hanging with the
Yeah.
ladies. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. My wife's awesome, dude. Or my fiance, rather.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. This was the first week of this entire plan that I've actually come up short on one of my runs.
What?
I was supposed to do an 18 miler on Saturday morning, and ended up not happening. My daughter ended up sleeping in our bed with my wife. I don't know what happened. She might have had a nightmare or something, or she might have just wanted to sleep with mom at night. I don't fucking know. But I came home from work and there was a kid in the bed, and I'm like, so I'm gonna sleep on the couch. And then I run our treadmill, which is where I usually run these long runs. That when my wife's at work, I got to run on the treadmill. So, my kid was there, and I start running at like 4 a.m. when I do those, so I can do it before my daughter wakes up in the morning. But if she's in our bed right next to the treadmill, I'm gonna wake her ass up at 4. So I was like, all right, I'll make it up, later in the day or tomorrow or whatever. And it just fucking, there was no goddamn time, dude. And it ended up, what I did is like, I think it was Monday, yesterday, I got on the treadmill and I just ran as long as I could till I was out of time, till like my kid got out of school or whatever, and ended up being 10 miles, which is way short of 18, but it was something. It was still a long run. Yeah, and I've got next like this. I felt bad because it was my biggest week yet, and then next week is a little bit of a taper. So like it goes 18, and then the next week is only 13, and then the next week is 19, and the next week is 12.
I would just stick with the taper.
Sure. Yeah. I think I will. I think I'm gonna I'll just make. Fuck it. I ran 8 miles short this week, and then next week I'll do the 13. Then the following week I'll hit the 19 and do that, and just keep working at it.
Yeah, I got 11 this week. It should be all right. I got the 10. Yeah, I mean, I have not even come close to running 18 miles yet. So you hit those 17. That's a far cry ahead of what I've done. I'm just gonna keep on that bike though, because I'm still building my cardio, and then
keep your heart rate in that cardio zone. Like that's all it really matters.
And it's like when I run, my heart rate gets super spiked, but on the bike it doesn't. So it's like maybe this kind of helping me keep that zone 2 conditioning. Maybe that'll. Well, and then it's like I don't know. From everything that I've read about running, I should just fucking not be running right now and to condition my hips in, but I don't want to quit. So I'm just going to do the bike and I don't know. We're too close to fucking bag it. Fuck that. I ain't going out like that. Yeah.
I think it's smart though. I think it's smart to do the low impact shit for a little bit. Because running is one of the highest impact things you can do on your fucking body.
Hips, and it's like, it's inside. So I'm just dripping sweat. So it's like, all right, this is optimal for probably fat burning.
Yeah. That's something that feels so fucking good though about the endurance shit is when you get deep into a fucking run, 8 miles or more, and you're just fucking sweat's just pouring out. And you have to keep replenishing fucking salt and fucking being hydrated. That feels so fucking it's exhausting. It feels so fucking good to just be. It feels like you really are literally sweating shit out. You know what I mean? Just fucking pouring your soul out. Fucking
dude, yeah. And it's it's just so much. You're if you're not into it, you're not gonna last. It's you got to wrap your head around. I'm just gonna do something that sucks for a long time, and I'm just gonna do this thing, and I'm just gonna endure until I'm done. It's
I gotta say though. I never imagined being able to do any of the ridiculous runs and shit I do now. 2 years ago, never would have fucking imagined. When I started running again, I remember thinking, okay, the farthest I've ever run in my life was 5 miles. And I remember thinking that was such a long goddamn distance.
But it's weird. It was weird is I get in this little feudalist weak mind state, and I'm 5 miles is so long, but it's dude, you literally ran 5 times that before. Stop being a little bitch.
I think that's the best part about completing ridiculous tasks is having that, David Goggins calls it, the cookie jar. You know what I mean? So you can always compare it to something you already accomplished, and you can be like, well, if I did that, this ain't shit. And it
Yeah.
applies across your life to all kinds of shit. Like if you've endured something hard, we've talked about like addiction and fucking,
Yeah.
you know, shit like that. It's like anything you can look back and be like, I've been through some shit. And what I'm dealing with right now, you can either go, this what I'm dealing with right now is not as bad as that, or you can say, okay, this thing I'm about to do is the hardest thing I've ever done. But there used to be shit that was the hardest thing I ever done. And I've
Yeah.
already done it. So either
Well,
way, it's like motivation.
yeah, and to a further extent, it's like, it's like sometimes you gotta reach down in your fucking coin purse and pull out the change. You gotta really just be like, look, man, we're just gonna do this fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's like people run marathons every fucking day.
Yeah.
You can fucking do it, bro. Like like
Yeah.
that's why I was like, no matter what, on June 23rd, I'm gonna run 26.2 miles. If I have to fucking drag my fucking hip down the fucking trail on a stick, I'm gonna make it. There's not like when I sign up for something, it's like I'm gonna fucking do it. To the best of my ability. Like short of me like really being like fucking damaged, I'm not gonna fucking punk out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, dude, like, yeah, it's like, I've been through so much shit, like running fucking for, like, I was telling somebody in my office, like, running 26 miles is never fun. You don't do it because it's fun.
Yeah.
You do it because it's
It's
hard.
never going to be easy either. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
never going to be
Like, I mean, but then, in perspective, it's like Cameron Haynes runs like a fucking marathon every day.
right.
It's like, okay, well, if he can do that, I could do one in a year. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how many more of these I'm gonna run after this, but I'm gonna do this one, and then we'll see from there. I think after this, I just want to kind of get on like a bodybuilding type of thing for a little bit.
Yeah, me too. I want to start lifting again, man. I really
Yeah.
do. Like regularly. I miss that feeling. As much as
Well,
like I think too, I'll miss the endurance feeling as well. So
well, that's why I'm gonna like keep like this is what I did when I first got into fitness, when I had found a somewhat level of success when I was first like shredded. I would do 30 minutes cardio, or I do like a 30 minutes lifting and then 30 minutes cardio. I didn't get like super jacked, but I got decently big or decently strong anyway. And and maintained a 32-inch waistline, and I was all right. I think I could live with that.
yeah, I think I do want to be hybrid for sure.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to just be like that guy that's big but like can't breathe. Like I want to be athletic. I want to get some box jumps in on leg day and that kind of thing.
You see, Nick Bear did his half Ironman.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, so he was training for an Ironman, right? And then just like everything else, it got canceled, right?
Yeah.
And
there was a half I was gonna run out here, but it's persona non gratis.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, one Ironman is ridiculous, right? It's like 140 total miles of biking, swimming, and running.
Yeah.
And so the half is still pretty fucking crazy. Like, it's crazy. It's a half marathon. It's 50 something miles on a bike, and it's almost a mile of swimming. And yeah, man, he knocked that shit out. So what he did is the full Ironman got canceled, but he found a half Ironman that was going on in Hawaii. So he went, or no, Cancun. So he went down to Cancun and did this, and I'm sure the fucking weather was crazy hot, like humid as fuck. But yeah, he did a half Ironman in like 5 hours, a little over 5 hours.
Dude,
fucking, it's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
Well, have you watched anything lately?
Okay, it's kind of embarrassing, but the show's super good. Me and Kimberly watched. It's called The Barber and the Beauty and the Barber. Okay. It's super a chick flick.
Beauty and the Baker.
Oh, Beauty and the Baker. This just in Kimberly. It's called Beauty and the Baker, rather. Okay. And it's about this Cuban individual and his family who own a bakery, and then this she's a model, millionaire, has like the foundation of charity and just all this stuff. And
this is a Hallmark Hall of Fame flick.
No, it's actually a Netflix it's a Netflix series. It's about and it just has the foibles of the family, and it's funny. It's well written. Watch that, and then but there's a movie that we watched before that actually is really good. It's called Things Not Seen and Things Unheard and or Not Seen and Unheard or something like that. It's based on this book, and it's about it's a ghost movie, and it's and the wife is like the heroine, and the husband is the villain. We'll just leave it at that. And it's good. I don't want to get spoilers because it's still pretty new, but that movie was great. And then I watched Crimson Peak, which is old, but I've never seen it. So it has Loki in it as one of the main characters. That's pretty good. So we kind of watched some ghost movies and then got stuck on this Netflix show. So that's kind of what I watched over the weekend. Nothing really that's like new or fun to talk about. But that movie was really good. The ghost movie. Things Not Seen or Not Heard, something like that. It's good, man. It's worth a watch.
I've got to tell you something that you and Kimberly should watch.
All right, lay it on me.
I just watched it the other day, and I was like, damn. I was like, yeah. Okay, do you guys have Amazon, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I got all the apps.
All right. So
I'm an app slut.
There's this new Amazon movie. It's kind of new, maybe like a month old. It's called Unhinged.
Man, Kimberly's mom was telling me to watch that too. Yeah, about road rage, right?
Yeah, with fat Russell Crowe.
Yeah, I heard he got fat.
Dude, he's fat as fuck in this, dude. I was like, holy shit. Russell Crowe. Like, this is Gladiator. It's pretty crazy to see, man. It's crazy.
I heard he's gonna be in the new Thor movie too.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's gonna be fat Russell Crowe or shredded Russell Crowe.
I doubt shredded, but who knows if he's gonna be fat. I don't know.
Man, so he's like Jesse fat, like obese.
He's a lot bigger than Jesse.
Oh, he's a big boy.
Yeah, dude. You'll see. Like he's bordering on old school John Goodman fat, bro.
No
like,
way.
Yeah,
remember he played. Who did he play? Dick Cheney. Remember that?
Yeah. No, that's Christian Bale that played him, man.
Oh my God! How did I mix those two?
I don't know, but that's even a bigger.
Christian Bale's the goat of cutting and gaining.
Yeah, fucking.
No, but from the Machinist to fucking Dick Cheney, bro, he's killing it.
To Batman, fucking jacked Batman.
Yeah, to fucking American Psycho.
Yeah.
Like, like the American, like Patrick Bateman, when he was playing that dude, he got dialed in, like, had the abs on and everything.
Yep. Yeah, dude.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So Russell Crowe, the fat didn't hinder his acting ability. Not one bit. That dude's awesome, man. He's really good. But yeah, he's a convincing fucking psychopath in this film. And the only thing I'll tell you about the film, without this won't ruin anything, is just how fucking jarring it is when shit happens in that movie. When you're watching it, you will both, I promise you, several times throughout be like, holy shit, what the fuck?
Yeah,
oh my God. Like it's like that.
Kimberly's mother was telling me that. It's mighty good.
Yeah, it's the best thriller I've watched in a long time. And it's a short as fuck watch. It's also one of the shortest movies I've seen in a long time. It's right at like an hour and 29 minutes with credits included. Like, yeah, it's a quick, fucking hard hitting thrill ride, dude, and you're on the edge of your seat the whole time. It's fun, man. It's a fun ass movie.
Okay, I'll check it out. I'll check it out, man. Yeah. So what's next is it's not Black Widow, but it's the Loki show, right? The
Loki starts June 11th.
Okay.
When that starts, I'm on my Star Wars shit right now. They just released The Bad Batch, which is an animated series that spun off of the Clone Wars, and the episodes are long as fuck. Like this first episode just dropped, and it's an hour and 10 minutes long. I'm like, oh shit,
man.
So yeah, I'm excited to watch that.
I've been trying to sneak in episodes of that Spawn here and there. Kimberly kind of hates it, so I'm not getting a lot of playtime. But
really, I love Spawn, man. Love it.
I just think she doesn't have the childhood appreciation as you and I do.
Yeah.
Spawn's a gangster.
Yeah,
I
man.
can't wait till they do that reboot, man.
Yeah, they've been talking about doing it for like a decade. And they keep saying like it's coming, it's coming. They supposedly Jamie Foxx was gonna play Spawn in it.
Right?
Um, Hawkeye is gonna be in it as like the detective that's like tracking down what's happening to all these people like that Spawn's taken out. Like,
Hawkeye, like Jeremy Renner
yeah, yeah.
as Hawkeye, or just Jeremy Renner?
No, not as Hawkeye. No,
I was
he's
like, are they
a character. He's a character called Twitch
yeah,
from the
yeah, I know who
comic,
Twitch is.
and he's in the he's the cop in the animated show too.
Yeah.
But yeah, just imagine. And I guess that Spawn movie was going to be wildly different, like not like you'd expect. It's actually going to be more like a detective story from the point of view of the detective of Twitch, and like
Oh, really?
it's him like trying to solve, a mystery. Like this fucking demon keeps appearing out of nowhere and fucking murdering people, and he's like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
Oh man.
Yeah, could be interesting.
Yeah, should be crazy. I'll be into it. All right.
But yeah, what you said was Black the Loki's next, and then in July Black Widow drops.
Yeah, I'm excited for that movie actually. For Black
Yeah, me
Widow.
too. It looks sweet. It looks sweet. I'm not sure how much can happen in it because it's like a prequel. It's like before Black
Yeah,
Widow died,
it'll be fun.
but it could introduce some shit we didn't know about. I guess it might actually. You remember that chick that Julia Louis-Dreyfus plays in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier? She comes in Valentina Allegra
Yes.
Fontaine.
Yeah.
Apparently, I think she actually was supposed to be introduced in Black Widow.
Oh,
So
okay.
we might
'Cause
see her in that.
she's the one that's like pulling the strings on U.S. agent now, right?
Yep. Hmm.
Okay. Yeah,
So
that'd
we
be
might
mint.
see her in that.
Yeah. And then, dude, you know what was weird that I realized? They called it Jacques the Jumper, who is George St. Pierre's character in the previous movies. They're calling him George the whole time in
Yeah.
in the Winter Soldier. But it's like, isn't that Jacques the Jumper?
His name is Batroc. So I
Oh,
don't know if it's the same. I don't know if it's the same thing. I don't know.
hmm, maybe
I
I
don't know. I
haven't.
don't remember. I don't
Anyway,
remember.
that's just a little tidbit that I picked
I
up.
don't know why. Honestly, I'll be honest. I don't know why they keep using that dude. Like, I get it's George St. Pierre, but his character just keeps getting his ass kicked. He don't really serve any purpose. Like, he's not a badass villain, really. He just kind of gets beat up.
Yeah, like he's a good fighter, but he like goes up against like Bucky and gets smashed.
Yeah.
And
He's got no powers. He don't have super strength. Like, he's gonna get
doesn't
beat
have any,
up.
like super suits or anything. It's like
Right.
he's a gangster when he's fighting normal dudes, but like
Yeah.
put him against like Winter Soldier, he's gonna get beat down. But I guess that's why they put him up against Falcon because he doesn't have no like superpowers either.
Hmm.
That
Yeah.
that makes sense. All right. Well, I don't know if I got anything else for you today, brother.
You want to wrap it up? You make it another shorty
Is
but
there-
goody.
Yeah, I think it's about time.
Let's do it, man. I'm game. We'll do this again.
right.
Shit, maybe we're doing it again in a couple days. Then, man, we do these short episodes. We can knock them out.
Yeah, I'm game. Let me get a few episodes of some more shows under my belt, and we'll have some more stuff to talk about.
All right, man. All right. Well, all right, everybody. Thank you for listening to the Long Lost Brothers. Please follow us on Facebook where we post the videos. If you're listening to audio only right now, we post the full video of the podcast on the Facebook page.
Indeed.
Check out my Marvel Plus podcast where I break down all the Disney Plus shows. Jesse Cole, what do you got? What do you got for people to check out?
Come check out my merchandise store online at uncontrollablesubstance.com. If you want to get yourself a nice little outfit, a hat, a hoodie, a tank top, something for the ladies. Oh, to Bill Burr. But yeah. So yeah, and you can just follow us on the gram, Long Lost Brothers _podcast, or you can follow Brett Scott, the real Brett Scott on
Yep.
on it,
At
Instagram.
Brett Scott.
Yeah, or you can follow me, Cole with a K, on the Instagram is Cole_Witta_K, or just look up my name, Jesse Cole. You'll pop right up because nobody's as creative as me on coming up with tags for the Instagram. Anyway, that's all I got, man.
All right. We'll talk to you guys hopefully in 1 week from today.
Yes.
Later.
That.